This call is now being recorded.
There we have seen comment, how to write down the comment in HTML. If you want to write down the comment, just you have to write down angular bracket, exclamatory mark, dash dash, write down your comment and complete the angular bracket with the two dash. With the help of that syntax, we can write down the comment in the HTML file. Then HTML, we have one element, we have seen here one element, that is address. With the help of address element, we can give the information about the any person or any location, or we can write down the address of anything. It is automatically occurred in italic form. Whenever we are mentioning the address, your content, whatever content you have to retain within the address, it should be in italic form. We have seen with example. Every, as we have discussed, every HTML file, it should be start with the doc type HTML, HTML tag, body tag, or HTML. After the HTML tag, we can write down the head tag or title tag. Then we have to write down the body tag. In the body tag, we have to here we have include the address, and it is occurred on the web page in the italic form, because address is having the property, whatever content we have written within address, it is in the italic form. Okay. So with the help of address, we can write down the address of any of the person in the web page. Then we have a HTML headings tag. Heading tag, here we have a six heading tags, H1 to H6. In this case, H1, it indicate that it is in large size, and whenever we are going down, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, the size is going to decrease. Okay, we have seen it at the last lecture with the execution also. Then it is the next part, and it is important part, that is HTML links or hyperlinks. uh, Everybody know, whenever we are going to open any of the web page, there may be some content which is in blue color, which is having the underline. Whenever we are moving our cursor onto that particular blue color line or blue color content, it is converted into the hand. It is nothing but the hyperlink. Okay. And hyperlink, it is used to jump from one page to another page, or from one what we are going to say, once to another document, we can say, or web page also, anything. We can use hyperlink for jumping from one place to another place. Okay. So here HTML links are hyperlinks. You can click on a link and jump to the another document. When you move the mouse over a link, the mouse arrow will turn into a little hand. Okay, I think everybody is having the experience about the hyperlink. But how to include the hyperlink? For that, we are going to use a anchor tag, and then h reference, that is hyperlink reference, which is equal to the link of your web page or link of your document. Okay. So which tag, which we are going to use for the hyperlink? For that, we are going to use anchor tag to import the hyperlink in web page. The syntax here, the HTML a is nothing but the anchor tag.
मॅडम,
Huh?
तुम्ही जे शिकवताय ना ते स्लाइड दिसत नाहीये, म्हणजे आम्हाला HTML ऍट्रिब्यूट असं स्लाइड दिसतंय.
होय का?
हा, ते एकच दिसतंय मगापासून.
एक मिनिट. प्रेझेंटेशन थांबलंय का काय माहित? Is it visible now?
हो
So
मॅडम
just
दिसतंय.
हा, हा. एक मिनिट मी जस्ट रिव्हिजनच घेतलीये मी.
हम्म.
The new tag, it is the hyperlink tag. As everybody know, we are going to include the hyperlink in our web page. Okay, so how to include the hyperlink, or how to include the link, we can say. To include the link, we have a anchor tag. Okay, then with the help of anchor tag, we are going to include the hyperlink. So here the syntax they have given, here in angular bracket a, href is equal to url. Okay, and then you can write down the link name, whatever whatever name you have to given to the link, you can write here. Then you have to close the anchor tag. Okay, that means anchor tag which is having the attribute href, it is nothing but the hypertext or the hyperlink reference. After that you can add the url in the double quote, and then name of your link. Okay, the most important attribute of the anchor element is the href attribute, which indicates the link reference. The link text is the part that will be visible to the reader. We have to execute it so it will be more clear to you. Just you have to open the notepad. Just we have to save it. You can open it with the help of any browser, whatever browser is available in your system. So we are going to use same Google Chrome instead of Microsoft Edge. Okay, this hyperlink is available in your HTML page. Whenever we have to click, or we are switching from website. मी पण त्यासाठीच फोन केला. आता just मी पण त्यासाठीच फोन केला. Okay, we are moving towards the w3school.com. Okay, so we are going to see the code what we have to written. The basic content is same, that is doc type HTML body. Then we are learning about the HTML link. So the H1 is just we have included the heading. Now here it is the important part for the hyperlink. What is the important part? A, that is anchor tag, that's why we are going to use A. Then href, that is hyperlink reference, is equal to, you can mention here the what we are going to say, any website, or you can mention here the document also. You can mention any document here. Then you now we are going to change here, we are going to access the google.com. And just whatever content it is visible to you, just we have to mention here Google. It is visible to the user. And whenever we are moving the cursor on the Google, it is hyperlink, that's why it is cursor is converted into the small hand. Okay, and then when we have to click on the Google, it is automatically switching to the google.com. Or whenever we are going to do the changes in the web HTML code, just you have to refresh the previous page. Instead of executing once again, just you have to refresh the previous page. Here the name the visible content is Google. Whenever we have to click on the Google, we are moving towards the google.com. Google.com. Likewise, you can add the document also. But if you are going to add the document and if you are launching your website on the server, that means that same document will available into the same folder. Okay, so you can add the document also. Your system document or the local system document can also add in the hyperlink. But whenever you are launching your website on the server, at the same time same document will available on the server also. Are you getting it? Okay, the remaining tags or the remaining basic tags which will finish at the practical time, like form tag, then table, images, audio, video. It is also covered into the practical time. So don't worry about the basic tag, because actually they have not included that basic tags in our syllabus. Our syllabus start from the HTML5. So a little bit all the tags we have to cover into the HTML5 also. But basic tags which is required for developing your web page, it is covered in your practical. So we are going to start with the HTML5. What is HTML5? As everybody know, HTML and HTML5, it is the next version of the HTML. That means we have to include all the basic tags of the HTML, as well as we have add the additional or advanced tags into the HTML5 language. So we have to develop our web page more attractive, and we can add additional values into the web page. That's why we have to study the HTML5. Okay, here HTML5 is the latest version of hypertext markup language. The code that describe the web pages, it is actually three kinds of code. First one is HTML, which gives you the structure. As we have discussed, HTML basically it is used to define the structure of your web page. Okay, if you want to decoration or if you want to improve your presentation, then you are going to use cascading style sheet. And then if you want to communicate with the server, if you want to forward some data to the server, if you want to download some data from the server, at this for that we are going to use JavaScript or PHP. These languages or these advanced languages we are going to see for the communication between client to server, or transferring data from client to server. Okay, it is the three type of code in HTML5. First one is the HTML, which gives you the structure of your web page. Then cascading style sheet, it always gives you the presentation. whenever we are see the cascading style sheet, it's give various which is having very high value additions for the web page. By using that, we can improve the presentation of your web page. And JavaScript, it is used to develop your dynamic web pages, or simply we can say it is used to develop the dynamic web pages instead of transferring data and all. With the help of JavaScript, PHP, we can develop the dynamic websites. Then browser support, mostly all browsers, it will support to the HTML5, as well as the latest version of Apple Safari, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and Opera all supports many HTML5 features. And the latest version of Internet Explorer, that is 9.0, will also support to the HTML5 functionality. And mobile browsers are also support for the HTML5 features or functionality already, or the inbuilt browsers also support to the HTML5 elements, so there is no need to add additional feature in the system. So any browser can support to the HTML5. Then there are some features of HTML5. HTML5 introduces a number of new elements and attributes that can help you in building modern websites. Here is a set of some of the most prominent features introduced in the HTML5. First one, we have to include the semantic elements. Okay, so we have to see various semantic elements like article, details, then summary, all these semantic elements we are going to see. Then web storage, canvas, here web storage, as everybody know, we are going to store the web pages. Then canvas, where we can develop our own content, or it is a workplace where we can develop our own content. Then audio video, we can add audio video, we can add geolocation, drag and drop facilities available in the feature of HTML5. Here it is a list of the semantic tags or elements. The first semantic tag, it is the article. It is used to define the article. If you want to include a complete article in our web page, you can develop the article in the web page. Then aside, it define the defines content aside from the page content. If you want to some separation for the particular content, or if you want to keep some part separate, at that time we are going to use aside tag. Then details, defines additional detail that the user can view or hide. Then details, basically it is used to, if you want to hide some content, then you can use the detail. Okay, or whenever you want to it is again depend, if you want to hide or you can show, both work we can perform with the help of details. We are going to see it with execution. Then figure cap and figure, if you want to include the photo figures in the web page, you can use figure tag, or figure cap, it is used to give the name to the figure element. Okay, whatever figure we have to include it, if you want to give the name to the figure, then we are going to use figure caption tag, or fig caption tag. Then footer, with the help of header footer, we can add the or define a footer for the document or the section, specifies a header for a document or a section. Then main, specifies the main content of the document. If you want to add that particular content as a main content, then you have to include the main, otherwise there is no need to include the main. Okay. Then mark, if you want to highlight some content, at that time we are going to use the mark element, or mark tag. Then navigation, now it is used to, if you want to what we are going to say, specific part of the table, or if you want to access the specific part, at that time we are going to use nav, or the navigation link. It is same like hyperlink, we are moving from one document to another document. But out of suppose I have one web page, or web page. Out of that particular web page, I want to access some part only. Okay, at that time I'm going to use the navigation. Okay, or simply just you have to remember that if you want to access the specific part of the specific website or a specific document, then we are going to use the navigation or the nav element. Okay, then section, if you want to include a section in your document, then you can use the section tag. Then summary, actually, summary, it is used in the detail tag or the details element. Whatever content we have to mention in the detail element. If you want detail element, when we are going to use, if I want to hide some content, at that time, hide or show, both we can perform. If you want to hide some content from your web page, then we are going to use detail. But it shows some name in front of that details element. With the help of that, we can understand here is a place where we have to add the detail element. Okay, and for that we are going to use the summary. Okay, then time defines the date time, so we are going to see it in the input element. So first we are going to execute the article tag. Okay, some important tags we are going to execute. We can make changes in the same file. There is no need to define the another file, but just we have to remove the duplicate part. For the article, we have to include the doc type. There is no need because already it is there. And you have to close the HTML. Okay, here it is the article. Then you can mention here Google Chrome, and you can write down the content regarding the article. Simply article is the article. If you want to include the article, you can write down the article tag. Accordingly, the article is present on the screen. So we have to save it. Just we have to refresh the same page. Here automatically occurred, there is no need to refresh. Okay. The article element, Google Chrome, and the content, whatever content you have to write down, it is the syntax or it is the format of article. Okay, likewise, we can write down the article in our uh, web page. Next element is aside element. As I have told you, aside element, it is used to separate the content. If you want to separate some part, then you can write it down in aside tag. So we have to just include the same code in the same file. After the article, we are going to use aside attribute. Aside epicot center, and we have to just write down some information about the epicot center. So just we have to save and refresh the same web page. So it is occurred separately. Okay, instead of article, it is a separate part. Epicot center, and then the content, whatever content we have written, it is occurred separately. Okay. The next one is details, specified details that the user can open and close on demand. Okay, what they have given the description here, specified details that the user can open and close on demand. If the user want to show if you want to if the user want to see the details, then he can see, he or she can see. Or if the user do not want to see the details, then there is no need to click, or there is no need to show the details. Okay, so it is a little bit different element. Just we have to execute it. Now just you have to focus on details element. Details. Then as I have told you, whatever now we want to see the heading or title of the detail. Okay, to show the title, just we are going to use the summary element. Why we are going to use the summary element? Summary element, it only show the name of details. Okay, so the name of detail is Epicot Center, and just we have to close the summary, and it is the detail of that Epicot Center. Okay, the paragraph tag which includes the Epicot is a theme park at Walt Disney World Resort featuring exciting attraction. It is the detail of Epicot Center. Okay, actually it is the detail of Epicot Center. But if you want to show the detail, then you can show. If you want to hide the detail, you can hide. So we are going to see it, so it will be more clear to you. Okay, now here Epicot Center, it is the summary element. In summary, we have to include the Epicot Center. Whatever content we have written here in the paragraph, here in the paragraph we have to written Epicot is a theme park at Walt Disney World Resort, but it is not occurred on the web page. Are you getting it? It is not occurred in the web page. That means it is hide. The details are hide. So if you want to show the details, just you have to click on the arrow. It will show the details. If I want to hide the details, just click on the arrow, it will hide the details. Are you getting it? What happened? The detail element, it is very important, and it is most of the time it is used in the web pages. Let us, nowadays we are going to see the web pages which is having the detail tag. Okay, so it is very important, the detail tag, where if you want to show the details, you can show the details. If you want to hide the details, you can hide the details. But whatever name is occurred as a detail name, then it should be come into the summary. Okay, so the summary tag, it is used to show the name of your details. Are you getting it? I think it is more clear to you. The next one is the figure element and figure caption element. As everybody know, figure, that means we have to add the figure, and a caption which is included the name of the figure. So just we have to add the figure in the same file, and the figure caption also. Here we are dealing with the here we are dealing with the figure and figure caption element. So first we have to include the figure. Okay, figure, then you have to add the image or your figure image. So if you want to add the image, actually it is comes under the basic element, that is image tag, that is used like img image. Then source, that means the path of your image. Source is equal to, in double quote, always you have to mention the name of your value of your attribute, it is in the double quote. Okay, just we have to mention here image src, that is source of your images, in double quote pic through lead.jpg. You can mention your own path also. If your figure is available in your local system, you can add it in the add the same path in the double quote after the source attribute. So whatever image is there, it should be occurred in the web page. Then style is equal to width. We have to put 100% width. That means that image is available in the width of 100%. Then figure caption, with the help of that we can add the name of your figure. Okay, figure caption, then figure dot one, name of your figure, whatever name you want to write down, and just you have to close the figure caption, and then you have to close the figure, because figure and figure caption both are the same. uh, Actually it is not same, but they have to come with each other. So we have to just add the figure, and then you have to add the name of figure in the same tag, and at the end you have to close the figure tag. Are you getting it? So just we have to check it how it is going to execute. But actually this image is not available in the file. Okay, we are going to check it what happened. It may be take online. Just we have to refresh. With the image is not available, so we can add the image. It is one image I have. So just I will copy the code path. Just copy the location. Just paste it here. After the source in double quote, you have to mention the path, and then you have to add the name of your image also. I think your image name is it JPG, PNG. the images available here. You can now add your local image also. Where is caption? No caption is available. Okay, in the same code here, alt. Why we are going to use the alt? It is nothing but the alternative. If your image is not visible on the web page, then whenever you are moving the cursor onto the image or that position, it is showing the name of your image. Okay, so we have to just add the alt. If the name, if image is not visible to you, it will show the name of that particular image. That's why we are going to use alt attribute in the image tag. Then header element, actually it is occurred, or it is show the header of your content or header of your article. So there is no need to execute. Footer, it is same, it will show the footer part of the document. Then mark, it is highlight the part of the text. If you want to highlight some part, then you can mention that particular part into the mark element. So just we have to copy the same line and we have to check it in the same. Here we have one paragraph. In the paragraph, we are going to mark the milk word with the help of mark element. So just we have to include same after the figure. Here we have a paragraph. Do not forget to buy milk today. Okay, so the important part of the today's task is to buy the milk. Okay, so just we have to highlight the milk content, or it is again it is depend upon you which part you want to highlight. Accordingly, just you have to mention the mark element. Do not forget to buy milk today. The milk is highlighted. Okay. Then it is the navigation tag, but we are going to see it afterwards because now it is not working properly. It is showing the links only, but it is not switching from current web page to that respective web page or that respective part of the web page. So we are going to see it afterwards. We have to check it what happened here. Same error is occurred in the link or the navigation. So we have to execute it afterwards because it is very important part. Because it may require for the image. If you want to extract the specific image, then you are going to use the navigation. Or if you want to access the specific part of your web page, then you are going to use the navigation link. So just we have to see it afterwards. We have to skip the same slide. Then we are going to continue to the next lecture. Next one is the summary element. As we have discussed, summary element, it is used to show the name of the details. Okay. The next part is the HTML5 new input element tags. Okay, many of the input elements we have seen whenever you are doing the practical whenever you are going to create the form. During the form creation, you are going to know various type of inputs like text box, checkbox, list. Sorry, there is no need of the include the list. A list is also there as an input type. Then so button. Then we are going to add the various input elements we are going to add during the form creation. These are the now HTML5 gives us the additional input types, okay, which we are going to include. So we are going to see out of that various elements or the input type elements. So the first element is color for input field with colors, that is color picker or color selector. Whenever we are going to input the type color, then it is what we are going to see. The color box is available. Out of that, we can pick any of the color, whatever color we want. Okay, so we have to execute it. Now in the same file, just we have to remove the previous part. The syntax is the input is the element name. Your element name is input. The type is the attribute. Type is equal to color. Okay. Every time you have to mention the type, which type of input you want. I want date and time. I want I want checkbox. I want text box. Then whatever you want, you have to just mention the type. Okay, I want submit button, I want button. Likewise, you have to just mention the type of your input. Okay, or it is very important element. Input element is very important because it is going to give you a various facilities to design the form. And now HTML5 uses the additional properties like color, date, time, week, month. Likewise, they have given the facilities to add the type. So input is the basic element which is having the attribute type, and always you have to mention the type of your input, which type you want, text box you want or a checkbox, whatever you want. Then name of name, it is nothing but it is same like a variable name. Okay, with the help of that name we are going to identify that particular variable. Likewise, with the help of name we are going to identify the type, that particular input. Okay, here color picker, the name of that input is get color. Okay, now it is important whenever you are dealing with the dynamic web page design. Okay, now at that time you are going to know the name of that particular input. Okay, because for example, say suppose I have to enter the name, or if I am going to enter the my enrollment number. okay, which is unique. Now I want to access the enrollment number. Then how I am going to access the enrollment number? With the help of that, with the help of name of that text box, not the content of text box. With the name, with the help of name of that particular text box, I'm going to access the content of that text box. Are you getting it? So name is the identity of your input type. Okay, whatever type you are going to use, the name of your name, it is nothing but the identity of your input type, whatever input type you are going to use. So name is very important property of the input type, because with the help of name we are going to identify that particular input type. Are you getting it? Both the properties or both the attribute, these are very important attributes: type, name, and one more attribute is their value. So we are going to see it afterwards. But value is also important attribute. Again, it is having more attributes, we can add it. But now just we are going to see both attribute, that is type and name. Type, you have to just mention the type, because input element is having the various type of inputs we are going to give. So just you have to mention the type. And name, it indicates that the, or it is the identity of your input type. With the help of that name, we are going to access the particular type in the dynamic web page design. So just we have to execute it. Okay, here the color box is there. Just click on the color box. It is nothing but the color chart. Here we are going to capture any of the color. Okay, likewise it, so the color is available into the color box. Okay. Now the next input time is date time. Here input type is equal to date time. Name of your type is dt, and value which is occurred on the date time, it is nothing but the 14th of June 2011. Instead of that we are going to change, or we are writing here the today's date, 1st of March 2021, and the time. Just you have to mention here the break tag, so it will occur at every new line. Date and time, it is going to show the current date and time. Whatever date and time we have to mention, it is showing the same field. Okay, date and time. Next input type is email. As everybody know, email field which includes only the email address. Actually, we are not going to apply the validation, but this type is only for the email. Here input type is equal to email and name is email, or you can change the name. ओके, व्हेरिएबलला जसं आपण नाव देतो तसं तुम्ही इथं टेक्स्ट बॉक्स सॉरी इनपुट टाईपला तुम्हाला जे हवं ते नाव तुम्ही देऊ शकता. ओके. Email, you can write here the email. Okay. Okay. Now the next input type is month. So the input type is equal to month value. Whatever value we are going to add here, it is display on the that box, and the name is the MNT or name you can change. Okay, is it visible? Now we have to add the month. Here, calendar is there, but the calendar is available only for 2012. We are, because we are going to mention here the month September of 2012, month of 2012. If we are going to change here 2013, then the calendar of 2013 year is available. The next element is number. We are going to include the number. So we are going to see. Okay, here is the number element. For a numeric value input only, you can also set restrictions on acceptable numbers using one of the following input attributes, that is max or max for the maximum allowed value and min for the minimum allowed value. Then we have to write down the sentence like input type number, because we want to enter only the number, the name of your type, that is points or anything. Then you have to mention minimum range or maximum range of the number. That means you're in the same case you are going to insert only 5 to 80 numbers. Okay, you cannot insert 4 or you cannot insert 81. Okay, so we are going to check it, what is going to happen here. They search, it is same like a button where we can search the elements. Then input type is equal to search, the name src, name of your the type, then size and value. Value, it is nothing but the content which is occur on that particular button or occur on that particular text box. So value is equal to search term. Then tell, a field that is intended to be used for entering a phone numbers. Input type is equal to tell, name is the home tell, and value is this. You can add the value. Okay. Then time, for input field for entering time via up down buttons. Okay, with the help of up down button we can add the timing. Then url, it is used to insert the url, that is web page address we can insert. Then input type is equal to url, name, size and value. Actually they have added here the value. Then week allows the user to select the week and year. Okay, input type is week. That in the previous section we have seen the month. Okay, so from 2013 we can pick any of the month. Likewise we can take the week of any of the month or year. So we have to execute it one by one. So first of all we are going to execute the number input type. Number input type is equal to number, name, minimum 5 and maximum 80. Okay, the number box is available here. So you can add here the number 4. Here we cannot add the number 3. We cannot add the number 4 also, because minimum limit is 5. We cannot add the 4 here. And 81 also we cannot add, because the maximum limit is 80. Are you getting it? And one more attribute actually they have added here, that is I forgot what element or what attribute they have added, but you can check it, that two attribute, that is mean and max, for the number input type. The next is the search button. Search input type, search name, size, value, search term. You can change the value which is occurred on that particular button. Search word. The next one is a tel, which is used to include the telephone number. Here we can add the tel. Then next input type is time. Input type time, name, current time. You can remove the value. We are going to check what happen if we have to remove the value. We have to add here one break tag. Here we can add the time. Okay. Okay, we can add from this side also. The next input type is URL. Okay, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now here, what we are going to add? URL. So before that, we are going to add the break element. Input type URL, name, site, size 25, value. If we have to not include the value, then we can add our own URL. Okay, likewise we can insert the URL. Then last input type is week. Okay. Now we are going to access the week of year 2011, 34th week we are going to access. If we are going to change here the value, instead of 34 or instead of that 11, just we have to mention here suppose 19. We are going to access the week 34 from the year 2019. Okay. What happen if we are not included the value? We are going to check it which week by default week it is going to show. Okay. It is only going to show the dots, and afterwards we can select the year. Week. Can we check the previous? Okay, here we can select any of the year, any of the month. 5th week of 2013. Okay, likewise we can choose the week from any year. So we have to stop here for today's lecture. I'm going to give the attendance. तुम्ही काय मुद्दाम ठरवलंय का एकदम शेवटच्या अर्धा तासात जॉईन व्हायचं? ऐश्वर्या, प्रतीक्षा,
मॅडम मी पहिल्यापासूनच आहे.
मगाशी जॉईन झाला ऐश्वर्या तुम्ही?
नाही, आधी कॉलेजच्या मेलनी होते, त्यांनी लेफ्ट.
Give me attendance. Roll number 1.
Present.
2.
Present.
3.
Present, ma'am.
4. 5. 6.
Present, ma'am.
7.
Present, ma'am.
8. 8. 9.
Present.
10. 11. 12.
Present, ma'am.
13. 14. 15. 16. 17.
Present.
18.
Present.
19. 20.
Ma'am, 15 present.
20.
प्रेझेंट.
21.
प्रेझेंट.
22.
Present.
23. 24.
Present.
25.
Present, ma'am. 25.
27.
Present.
28. 29. 30.
Present.
31.
Present, ma'am.
31.
Present.
32. 32. 33.
Present,
34,
ma'am. Present.
35. 36.
Present, ma'am.
37. 38.
Present, ma'am.
39, 40,
Present.
41,
Present.
42,
Present.
43,
Present.
44,
Present, ma'am.
45, 45, 46, 47, 48,
Present.
49,
Present, ma'am.
49,
Present.
50, 51, 52. Don't leave
Present,
the
ma'am.
meeting. I want to discuss some part. 52.
Present, ma'am.
Don't leave meeting.
Yes.
53,
Present, ma'am.
54,
Present, ma'am.
55,
Yes, ma'am.
56, 57, 58,
Present, ma'am.
59, 59, 60,
60 present.
61, 61, 62,
Yes, ma'am.
63, 64,
Present.
65, 66, 66, 67, 68, 69,
Present.
70,
68 present, ma'am.
70, 71,
Yes, ma'am.
72, 72, 73, 74, 75,
Yes, madam.
76, 77, 78, 79,
Present, ma'am.
80.
79 present.
ओके
63 present, ma'am.
एक मिनिट 80, 81, 82. कोण प्रेझेंट
44 present, ma'am.
63 ma'am.
काय करत होता आपण
सांगितलं की मॅडम
काय सांगितलं
प्रेझेंट दिलती की ते
मग कसं काय absent लागते अजून कोण आहे
44 present, ma'am.
40 प्रेझेंट ओके लेक्चरला आपला काउंट सगळ्याच लेक्चरला जवळपास 30-32 आहे फक्त आउट ऑफ 82 स्टुडंट ठीक आहे जर तुमचे कोणी मित्र वगैरे असतील तर त्यांना सांगा कारण मागच्या वेळेस सारखं यावेळेस होणार नाही डिफॉल्टर असेल तर तुम्हाला एक्झाम फॉर्म भरू दिला जाणार नाही मागच्या वेळेस ठीक होतं चाललं सगळं पहिलीच वेळ होती म्हणून आता हेच रेग्युलर होणार आहे ऑनलाईन लेक्चर्सच तर तुम्ही जर डिफॉल्टर असाल तर तुम्हाला एक्झाम फॉर्म भरू दिला जाणार नाही सो तुमच्या मित्रांना सगळ्यांना मेसेज कन्वे करा सगळ्यांनी मीटिंग जॉईन करत जा काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे सगळ्यांना जॉईन करायला मीटिंग सगळ्यांकडे चांगले मोबाईल आहेत सगळं आहे बघा पुढचे जे ऍक्शन होईल त्याला सर्वस्वी तुम्ही जबाबदार असाल आणि ह्याच्या टीपीओच्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीज मध्ये पण तुम्ही प्रॉपर पार्टिसिपेट होत नाहीये, कंप्लेंट आहेत टीपीओ कडून. त्या घरी बसून होत नाही काहीच. आणि ईबीसी स्कॉलरशिपचे फॉर्म वगैरे जे आहेत ते पटपट भरून घ्या. त्या परत त्याची एकदा लास्ट डेट होऊन गेली तर इकॉनॉमिकली आता सफर करणं फार अवघड आहे. दुसरे प्रॉब्लेम्स ठीक आहे तुम्ही फेस करू शकता, पण आता पैशांचा प्रॉब्लेम आला तर तुम्हालाही माहिती आहे किती प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत सगळ्यांनाच. सो ते ईबीसी स्कॉलरशिप जे काय आहे ते भरून घ्या. फारच घरी अडचण येत असेल तर एखादी चक्कर कॉलेजमध्ये टाका आणि थांबून ते भरून घ्या सगळं. ठीक आहे. रोल नंबर बघितले सगळ्यांनी ॲबसेंट? काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही ना? चालेल. यू कॅन लीव्ह द मीटिंग.